Well, with the indoor season that we just completed, I think that the men are pretty excited about trying to move themselves up a little bit further in the Centennial rankings. We finished fourth. They were shooting for third. And in a conference as powerful as ours, where those top three teams many times are some of the top teams in the country, and Hopkins may have a chance at a run at a national title, we feel pretty confident that if we can get into that third spot, that we'll have set ourselves into a really nice position for the future. So those guys are really excited about that. I think they can do it when we move from the indoor season to the outdoor season. We pick up a couple other events, some extra throws. The short sprints tend to be our stronger area, so we should probably be able to score a few more points there. So I'm looking for us to kind of move up a little bit, but it's a young team and they're developing, and that's pretty much all I could really be asking for. From a women's standpoint, they have only one place to go, up. They did a great job. We only competed 14 of the women from our roster. They were the only 14 that were ready. I think that with some more development, we're going to be able to move up a little bit from where we finished. But, what can I say? I mean, we still got a gold, silver, bronze in the indoor conference. Every woman that went in one way or another, whether they were in a relay or in an individual event, scored for us in conference. So they did a great job, and we're just looking to see them improve and continue to develop as well. As I said, it's a young team, which is kind of exciting. We have very few seniors on the team at all. The majority of our team is freshmen and sophomores. So that's a real encouraging thing to a coach as we're developing. But we have a great group of leaders in that small group of seniors and juniors, and they tend to be our captains. The Olenjinsky twins, those guys are always doing a great job for us. Vincent Acosta, obviously, our discus centennial champion, and he just followed that up with an indoor shot put centennial conference championship. Team captain Bob Mccarron, he didn't even score last year in indoor shot. A couple last throws, he popped in there and scored for us, and he's a better discus thrower anyway. So those are some of those upperclassmen. John Pressman, a senior, is another captain who's doing a great job of leading the team, if not in scoring for the team, definitely helping in just that leadership role and just keeping everyone on point with their conditioning and trying to just keep everybody motivated that way. On the women's side, once again, Kim Hillfrank and Sammy Greenberg are our two captains, and both of those ladies are fantastic, and they're doing a great job of trying to keep a young team focused on doing the things they need to do. And I think if they continue to do that, with the incoming class we have, I think we're going to be in really good shape for the future. So we're just going to continue to develop through this year and just really move into the next couple years we're excited about. You really can't replace kids. I believe in when I'm recruiting an athlete, I'm recruiting a character as well. That the person and all the attributes they bring to the team, sometimes in humility or in humor or whatever, that there's a uniqueness to everyone that comes into the program. And it's really difficult when you have the kind of athletes that we just graduated. In the case of a Kristen Marinaccio or a Sheena Crowley, Sheena, multiple All-American, you're lucky if you get that kind of a woman athlete in your program every decade. So the one way we are combating, the loss of a Sheena is we're trying to get multiple women athletes that can come in and kind of fill her shoes in different areas. That's going to require a couple different women to do that because she was just so talented. And on the men's side, we lost Niels. And Niels was just a tremendous leader, an All-American hurdler. Just really was able to focus the men, and they did a great job, and he did a fantastic job of doing that in leadership. And it's just really hard to replace those guys. But I think we've done a great job of bringing in a super freshman class. As they demonstrated, they've stepped in, and a lot of our relays were able to either gold or silver or bronze at the indoor championship, and a lot of that was done on the backs of sophomores and freshmen. So that's exciting. And I think as well, we're going to have some incoming freshmen for this next fall that I think are going to really up our level. And that's exciting. So that's kind of what we're trying to do. And we're trying to do that through bringing in more international students and more students from around the country. So we've been doing a pretty good job of that, and we're just going to keep up with that. It was fairly obvious how quickly they've made a contribution. Maya Jackson, as a freshman, placed third in the shot put, and believe it or not, that's not her best event. Her best events, I don't think we've even had a chance to get to yet because they're going to be outdoors. I think she's going to be a fantastic javelin thrower for us, which is an event we just introduced her to. They didn't throw it in her state, or at least where she was from in her state. And then she's a quality discus thrower. So I really think, that's going to be a big improvement there for us. We have some freshmen mid-distance runners that are developing, and I think they're going to help us as well. And I can't dismiss that sophomore class because they're just improving. And like what we had with Morgan Gray, she silvered in the triple jump and nearly broke our school record. So I just think that young group of women are going to really step it up outdoors. On the men's side, it's really tough to just pick out one person. They've done just a really great job, but I really think probably one person to watch will be Ryan Kozlowski. His best event is the javelin, and we haven't thrown that yet. So here we are. We're excited. We're moving to the outdoors. His goal is to throw, in an area that could get him to nationals. So we're excited to see if that'll happen. He's put in a lot of work. The most exciting meets that we always look forward to is the Little Three. I think we're over 50 years now competing the Little Three, and we're actually hosting this year. So that should be an exciting meet. I know alums are planning on coming back, and that's going to be a lot of fun, and that's between Gettysburg and Dickinson. We're still trying to pick up on a date on that because we know we can't get it in with the snow on the track. And so that's going to be an exciting meet. Probably another one that should be real exciting for us is the Delaware Meet should probably turn out to be a good one for us. They have a new track. It's in the middle of April. We'll have hit our full stride by then, and I'm looking forward to an opportunity for some of our best performances that week. And then obviously we're going to have a group of kids that may qualify for the Penn Relays, not just in relays but in open events, and we haven't had that in a while. Even with Sheena, as good as she was, it was difficult to get into the Penn Relays, and with Niels as well. But we may actually have some people who might be able to do it in the throws, which would be really exciting for us. And we may be able to get Rebecca Swisher in there in the pole vault, which would be a lot of fun. So Penn Relays could be a lot of fun too. We'll have to see how that shapes up. And then obviously the end of the year conference meet is what we geared towards, because that's our scored event. So we really don't have an off season, or I don't even like to call it a preseason. Our preseason was in September. What we're doing now is tapering. So we basically have to design our practice and our philosophy geared around little steps, little peaks and little valleys. And right now we're coming off a peak, so we're going to step down just a little, because we don't have a great amount of time to climb back up again. So the encouraging thing is we had several near school, we had several near school records indoors, and we had some lifetime PRs by a lot of our athletes. And I don't believe anybody didn't perform at their peak level or above their peak level at the end of this indoor. So it's really exciting, because the outdoor then, we're hoping to just kind of take a little step down just to recover and then start to build and progress right back up through that. As individuals, we're looking to try and each week improve on the performance we had a week ago. We're trying to continue to develop so that every week we have had the opportunity to get better. That's the only thing we can control. We can't control how well anybody else is going to play. We can't control their ability levels. When we went up to Cornell this indoor, I told everybody to stay focused on what we're trying to do, and it's amazing when they're not worried about being surrounded by a group of top-level Division II or Division I athletes, how well we'll perform, because they just latch on to trying to throw 1/4 inch further, run 1/100th of a second faster, or jump 1/8 of an inch higher. And that's pretty much what these guys are focused on for the rest of this season, is just to kind of finish this year out being better than they were at the start of this year.